All right, hello grade 10s. So let's look at kind of continuing where we left off. The last topic we had talked about in the chemistry unit, which is what we were on before spring break, was salts. And so remember, we looked at acids, we looked at bases, we looked at salts. They're all classes of compounds. And so we'll continue with that and look at organic compounds. Okay, so it's another classification of compounds. So you can copy these notes down if you don't have a printer, or you can just print these out. Ideally, what I'd like to see is that you have some type of folder or binder where you can kind of keep all your materials together. At the end of the chemistry unit, I'll give you some type of assignment that'll be marked. Okay, so some take-home exam or something of that nature. Okay, so what's an organic compound? So an organic compound is a carbon-based compound. So that means it's a compound that contains the element carbon, C. There are some exceptions. So like CO2, that's carbon dioxide, would not be considered organic. CO is carbon monoxide. That is not organic as well. And then ionic carbonate. So anything that's got the CO3 group is a carbonate. So something like calcium carbonate. Okay, so anything that's hooked up to the CO3. Okay, so these compounds are very important. They form the basis of biochemistry. So biochemistry is basically the chemistry of compounds that have a relation to something living, okay, something biological. Um, if you think about like pharmacy, for example, lots of different types of organic compounds are manufactured in pharmacy. Okay, so like drugs and medications. Now, the reason why organic chemistry is one of the things that makes it so useful is its versatility. Organic compounds can be really long. Okay, a long chain. So that's what we call a polymer. They can be ring structures. So like something like a glucose molecule is basically what we say is it's cyclic, which means it's closed in. It's a ring. Okay. Um, it can have lots of branches. So things that are kind of attached onto it. It can have double bonds between the carbon. It can have triple bonds between the carbon, and so and it can have a variety of different types of groups that are attached. And so all those things I just finished saying can be in combination as well. And so that gives you a lot of possible compounds that can form, right? So we'll get into like the different types of organic compounds. So the simplest would be what we call hydrocarbons. So hydrocarbon is one that's hydro means hydrogen. So all that you have here is hydrogen and carbon. Okay, so something like CH4, which would be methane. That would be like a very simple organic compound. Again, this is a hydrocarbon. Other organic compounds can contain other elements or functional groups. So this here is ethanol, and it's what we call an alcohol. Okay, so an alcohol is a class of compounds, and so it's anything organic that's got an OH stuck to it is considered an alcohol. And so you'll see that with the OL ending, like ethanol, methanol, propanol. These are all forms of alcohols. And then there's organic acids. Okay, so something like um, uh, this one here, benzoic acid. And so it's an acid by way of this functional group OOH. Okay, so that's the COOH is sort of the attachment there. And then beyond that, there's many other types of functional groups. Okay, so there's like aldehydes, ketones, ethers, esters. There's a whole range of different types of organic compounds. Okay, so I'll get you to do some questions that relate to this. Just before I show you the questions, good job on the first assignment. Okay, so again, that is for Mark's. That was the coronavirus worksheet, and so you submitted that through the assignment section. Now, some of you didn't do it that way, which is fine. I still got it anyways. But if you can figure out how to upload your assignment onto the assignment section of the Teams app, that would be great, because then I kind of get a running tally as you're getting your work done. So that'll again, that assignment will be for Mark. So if you haven't got that in, please do so. I've talked about having office hours, so I'll get on that now as well. So again, for right now, we'll have classes Monday and Thursday. Okay, and so what I'll do is I'll have office hours on Tuesday. Okay, and let's try for 9:30 to 10:30, and we'll see if I need to go beyond that, but we can try with this first. So basically what office hours are is this is a time that you can kind of live communicate with me, like in real time, and I can go over any questions that you have. Now, those of you who are sending me, and it's good, a lot of you have been sending me questions. I'll get back to those questions as well, even though if they're not in this time, but I'll just kind of get back to you when I get back to you. Okay, so this time is meant where if you need me like right away, and you need to live communicate with me. That's all that we mean by office hours. So if you have a question that you can wait an hour to hear back from me or whenever, then don't worry about the office hours. Okay, so that's in the morning. Okay. So again, let's ask lots of questions. If there's anything that you want me to elaborate on, anything that's not making sense, even prior to what we're looking at here, so from the beginning of the chemistry unit, if you want me to help you out with, that's I can totally do that. Like I said, we're near the end of the chemistry unit. We still have a few more sections to cover, and then we'll do some review, and then I'll have a take-home exam ready for you. Okay, and I might have a take-home quiz for you before that as well. Okay, so what I want you to do, have done prior to Monday's class is this is the book that we had in class. So I know you don't have your textbooks, so what I want you to do, you can just this is just, I'm just taking a video of this. You can always freeze this, right, at home. Okay, so I want you to do these questions here on this page. Okay, so 1 to 11. So I'll just scroll this up. So again, you can freeze this. Okay, now just scroll that up again. Okay, so there's 1 to 11. Okay, so you can get these questions done, and then you can just write the answers down on a separate sheet of paper. Again, you can use technology if you need help to find some answers. And then just I'll take these in for completion marks. So when you're done, just submit them the way you normally do so. Okay. All right. So I'll stop there. Okay. Again, make sure you're staying safe, staying healthy. Look after yourself, look after the people around you, and let's continue to communicate on the Teams app. Okay, bye for now.